My name is Captain Kent Bailey, last name spelled B-A-I-L-E-Y. First and foremost, our community is safe. All individuals involved in this incident are accounted for. This morning around 9:30, officers responded to the 14,600 block of Route 29 for a shooting. In doing so, our officers located a deceased adult male as well as another adult male with a gunshot wound. The adult male was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Preliminarily, detectives have discovered that this could possibly be a illegal narcotics transaction. In doing so, our officers and detectives will remain on the scene and in the area while they continue to investigate to determine the facts and circumstances of the events that unfolded this morning. But I do want to emphasize again that all individuals involved in this shooting are accounted for, and there is no threat to our community.
Can you tell us anything about the time that this happened in the parking lot? Were they in cars? I guess kind of what do we know about what actually physically happened?
Currently, right, it did occur in the parking lot. It looks like when the possible transaction occurred, the shots were fired within the parking lot. Again, no other victims were hurt or shot. And then currently we're still just investigating the facts to determine exactly where all the suspects were located within the parking lot when the shots were fired.
Two firearms must have been involved. They shot each other?
Yes, so both, preliminarily we did discover two firearms here at the scene, and we'll still continue to investigate to kind of determine the facts of who they belong to, but we do preliminarily believe that both these weapons do belong to the two individuals involved in this case.
A lot of offices in that building, and obviously with the Dunkin' and the tobacco shop, people coming and going. What was the atmosphere like, the parking lot like at that time? Was it a lot of people? Was it bustling? Was it?
So it is an active commercial shopping center. Again, I can't say exactly what was taking place when the shooting occurred. But again, I can emphasize that nobody else was shot. Both individuals who were involved in this transaction are accounted for.
So there's no third person that you guys are looking for at all with blood on foot?
Correct, no third person.
There appeared to be a couple, I don't know who they are, whether they were witnesses or if they were friends of the individuals involved. Were the two people involved, were they alone in their vehicles? Did they have parties with them?
That's still under investigation at this time, as detectives try to continue to piece together what. And as I spoke earlier, detectives will continue to be out here along with our crime scene detectives and our Major Crimes Bureau to investigate the facts and the circumstances of the events that unfolded this morning.
Did you find drugs on the scene?
That is still being investigated at this time, but preliminarily it believes that the two individuals engaged in some type of narcotics transaction this morning.
I mean, you're right near the interstate, but given this location, is it believed that these two individuals are local? Any idea whether, they traveled here?
That's still under investigation, and particularly we still need to make notifications to next of kin and continue to evaluate the individual who was transported to the hospital.
Both are adults?
Yes, sir.
Both male?
Yes.
And about what time?
Around 9:30 this morning, we received a call for shots being fired in the shopping center.
And my understanding is this is not an area of Centreville that usually gives you a lot of trouble. Would that be an accurate thing to say?
I can't say off cuff exactly the statistics in this area, but just know kind of as we move forward, we will continue to have there will be a high presence of officers in the area while we continue to investigate to ensure that the community members who come and go from this area feel safe and sound. But again, I want to emphasize right now there is no concern or threat to the public, and all individuals are accounted for.
Well, and this may be getting ahead of things, but do you believe they chose to be here for that suspected drug transaction, and they chose this location?
Right, so we'll have to leave that up to the detectives to try and investigate further exactly kind of what brought them to this shopping center this morning.
I'm sorry, for the latecomers here, can you just repeat what happened overall?
Yes, so this morning our officers responded to the 14,600 block of Lee Highway for a shooting. In doing so, they located one individual who had been shot and was pronounced deceased at the scene, as well as they located another individual who had also been shot, and he was transported to the hospital and is currently in life-threatening condition.
Can you just point out exactly kind of where in the parking lot the cars were?
At this time, I'm not able to do that. Again, our detectives are piecing together to determine all the facts and circumstances, working closely with our crime scene detectives to piece together the scene and provided an updated, view or map of the situation. I ask that you all, as we move through the afternoon, we will be providing updates to everybody and release more information about the facts and circumstances that occurred here this morning.
What were they doing here?
So, does anybody else have any questions?
Yes, sir. Just want to be clear. Last we heard, and I apologize for being out of breath, that the search continues for the suspect.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The search continues for the gunman?
No, all individuals for this scene are accounted for.
No. What I'm saying is, are you looking for the gunman, or has he been taken into custody?
Everybody's been accounted for.
Okay. And when is the last time that Centreville has seen, a homicide?
That I do not know. What we can do is we can follow up and provide you that information at a request. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys.